Hell yeah, we're live. What's up, people? Tobyraps. I'm tired, but I'm still a rapper, so I'm gonna rap some words. If you've never seen me in person, maybe this is the first time you see me be a rapper. Thank God for the internet. It divides us largely as a civilization, but there's still some good parts of the internet, and I think this is one of them. Shout out StreamSpace. Shout out StreamSpace. Yo, yo, yo. Uh-huh. And the instrumental comes in. Yo. Got the instincts and ambition to keep winning. The hottest rapper spitting, so I live in the kitchen. When talent's top tier, image is insignificant. That's why you see me dressing like I really couldn't give a shit. I get chicks with a 3-inch dick. Meanwhile, I bet you keep insisting the clitoris is a myth. You can't do what I do in the booth. I drop new shit and everybody's scooping the poop. Some people think that I'm a loser. I'm like, okay, there's nothing to lose. I quit booze, I prefer the applause. I drop new songs and now they all in all. I pack hometown shows out wall to wall. I've come so far, knowing all along my grandpa probably wish I went to Harvard Law, but maybe not, I don't know, cause I bet that he saw they show titties at my concert like Mardi Gras. I got jokes, y'all, like Hardy Haw. I work my motherfucking ass off, hee-haw. If you see me round town, it's going down like free fall. My team's one testicle, meaning we ball, and we all wanna be stars, burning on and on for eons, thinking we kings, but we really the pawns. Life's a game, y'all, that you can't respond or turn off, so buckle up, you gotta beat the boss to be the boss. We all slaves to the free market, or maybe not, man, I ain't doing too well in either economics. This is 32 years of being hooked on phonics and already out achieving what I thought that I'd accomplish. Fuck with my dogs and it's John Wick. We working on a pyramid scheme, yo, that's a monolith. So many people too prude and pompous, acting like they hot shit, but they never been in a mosh pit. That's why when people say what's cool, I do the opposite. You can't hate me enough to affect my confidence. You can't keep me out of where I wanna be in life, cause I know that the key to success is being the locksmith. My flow's monstrous, homie, I am the Loch Ness. Legends don't stress around popularity contests. You stay trapped in an anxious mindset, and I know every way conceivable to say that I'm the best. And that's no exaggeration, I'm at least the greatest rapper with a private education. Underpaid and underrated, I'm afraid I overstated, cause your situation's only bad is where you place your concentration. Nowadays I'm saying give me presidential faces, the greatest since Shakespeare to play with the English language. The world is breaking, but you can't change it if you ain't famous. By the time you make it, the vanity's got you super jaded. Yeah, just let it rock out. I just want to say for the record, I do not know if we cleared this sample or not. But that's hip-hop. That's very hip-hop. Yeah, it sounds good though, right? If you had the same opportunity, you'd still use this sample regardless. Yeah. That's right. Love that. Love that. All right, I'm awake. Yeah, I'm up. Just spitting a little bit, guys. Just a little bit of spitting for your Saturday afternoon. I don't know if it's raining where you are, if you're watching this, but it's raining in Cleveland. This song's just bars. I got bars, y'all. Yo. I'm on the road to the city of gold, El Dorado. To turn a profit, gotta buy in bulk, Costco. Saucing on them with that heat, Diablo. Artwork selling like it's cocaine. Pablo, yeah, Pablo Escobar, Pablo Picasso, Pablo in general. Yo, you either pave your own way or you gon' spend it dodging potholes. Most days I'm picking patience over pronto. Ain't giving MCs props that I think are not dope. You not popping like the first faux mambos. Down for mine and on top of shit like cilantro. Got a chip on my shoulder getting cheese, I call it nachos. Make people smile is the mission and the motto. So I don't want beef like I ordered vegan tacos. A macho, guapo, head honcho full of bravado. Everybody want a piece of me, Donatos. And I know, yo, my flow's colder than gelato. I'ma take a trip to Hollywood, my homie's got a condo, yo. I don't got fans, I got apostles. Read it and weep, kid. kid, my life is like a novel, but blacking out in my 20s got the story full of plot holes. I got old but never outgrew a bottle to coddle me when the thought of adulting is too impossible. Constantly overwhelmed by insurmountable obstacles, but when the night is darkest, it's just nice to know I'm not alone. Westeros, I'm coming for the crown, you better watch the throne. No matter where I go, I'm local because heart is home. I plant seeds, then watch them grow like a garden gnome. It's like I'm doing Whippets, way I'm always charged to go. Lyrically a cold-blooded killer like Fargo. You can't trade bars with me, that's embargo. I'll grill you on a track like all I spit is lit charcoal. I'm getting paid off my lines, that's a barcode. Polo on my body, make you wonder if I'm Marco. A bad apple with a good heart like artichokes. Living largely, it's hard to believe we started broke. While everybody else was scrolling on their smartphones, I was busy sitting on classics like a car show. Once I write inside a notebook, it becomes a tome. But I swear I'm at my most dope when I'm off the dome, because my life's an instrumental and I speak in poems. You say everything in moderation, I say when in Rome. Picasso, putting my heart into every brushstroke. I could do no wrong like tomato or tomato. These tunes are about to take me to the moon, no Apollo. My girlfriend looking at me like she won the lotto, cause I'm on the road to the city of gold, El Dorado. To turn a profit, gotta buy in bulk, Costco. Saucing on them with that heat, Diablo. Artwork selling like it's cocaine, Pablo. Yeah. Bars, I got the bars. You want the bars? I got the bars. The bars, y'all. Yeah. Nice. All right. Yeah, run that next one. Let's run right into it. I've been making trap music. I just left the studio before I came here. But I'm trying to be genuine about my trap music, you know. So this is my attempt to make honest trap music. I don't need a Rari to be happy. Skirt. I don't need the hoes to be happy. I don't need a mansion to be happy. I'm happy with my regular life. Here we go. I got a car from 2008. I make enough to keep food on my plate. I got a cat in a cozy apartment. I hardly get paid at a job that I hate. Go on vacation occasionally to places where it's always 80 degrees. These days with my lady are draining my savings. I ain't stacking paper, I'm saving the trees. The way that I'm dressing is obvious. I don't get hoes, I'm monogamous. She making me horny like I'm a rhinoceros. Even if living together's monotonous. I just got back from a conference. I frequent the coffee shop right where my office is. I don't watch sports and I'm not into politics. Sundays I'm brunching mimosas, it's bottomless. I don't need a Rari to be happy, that's right. I don't need the hoes to be happy, no hoes. I don't need a mansion to be happy. I'm happy with my regular life. Here we go. Bounce, 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 that's right. Yeah, don't feed into what they tell you. Capitalism is just trying to control your wants and desires. You gotta listen to Love Yours by J. Cole. It's a great song. It's gonna tell you everything you need to know, but it's basically, yeah, man. Love the life that's yours, man. Don't buy into the TV screens and the fucking phones that tell you that you need 5 houses, 12 cars, and 69 mistresses. All right? Love the life you have, all right? Quit trying to fucking live outside of your own means. I think I'm talking to myself mostly. I don't think I'm talking to you. I think I'm talking mostly to me. But, yeah, man, the world's going to try to tell you you need more when you've got plenty. Man, that's right. Can I get an amen? I'm telling you, man, I'm preaching online. Call this a mega church. This StreamSpace just turned into an online mega church. Speaking of church, screw it. Let's talk about God. I got this song coming up next, and it is. I used to go to Catholic school. I went to 12 years of Catholic school. I was a Christian boy, and I haven't really prayed or talked to the Almighty, as some have named it, the Great Mystery, God, as folks have referred to it. I haven't done it in a while, so I wrote this song to kind of like, I don't know, give an honest shot at a prayer when I'm a guy who's 32, who hasn't been to church in years and largely doesn't think about religion. I think it's crazy. I mean, just in general, as as a species, that we're just kind of creeping more towards atheism as a society. And I don't know how often we're talking about like if that's just a good idea at all. I don't know if there's a God or if there isn't one, but I know that throughout all of human civilization, we've believed in a God, and now we don't have these like traditional archetypes like gods and religions. We don't cling to them as a species anymore now, and as a result, now we kind of are like we're getting into a little bit of that idolatry. We've got Swifties, we got our personal journey. Every person is a brand. Everyone's gonna be their own guy. We're not really like clinging to the same morals that we used to. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I just know it's happening. Some people would say bad. So this song is it's my attempt to talk to God. I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing. I'm praying to a God that I don't believe in. 'Cause I need faith, but I got reason. So I'm hedging my bets, hoping I break even. Yo. Dear God, I know it's been a while since we talked, and I doubt you're interested in hearing the excuses I got. It's just that life's been a barrage of stress that don't stop. Between working 2 jobs and trying to crank out content, I've been trying to keep up with my faith, but believing ain't as easy as it was in 8th grade. Back then when there wasn't a single doubt in my mind that everything would be fine, just put my trust in the divine. But now I'm realizing I don't make the time to hold your name in my mind for more than 5 minutes at a time, if that. And as much as I would like to get back to praying every day, it feels insane nowadays to think that praying is enough to make a change nowadays. I'm in over my head with everything on my plate, and everyone I spend my days with is already an atheist anyways. I'm starting to think that maybe I'm the one who's really strange for having faith. I think that I'm afraid of saying maybe God's fake. I mean, you're fake, for God's sake. It's hard to abandon such a crucial part of the way I was raised. But I'm only praying to save face and play it on the safe side of Pascal's wager, to be riddled with doubt but have faith on paper. So I feel like I've got the right to ask God favors whenever I'm in crisis or my life's in danger. Please, I need faith, but can't pretend that I believe in fairy tales enough to ever achieve faith. So here I am on my knees, admitting that my faith's weak. I got way too many thoughts to ever hear God speak. I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing. I'm praying to a God that I don't believe in. 'Cause I need faith, but I got reason. So I'm hedging my bets, hoping I break even. Amen. Yeah, man. It's not your typical rap song, but and I don't have all the answers, and I'm not even saying that I take my own advice in my rap songs. You think, oh man, he wrote that song, and I'm sure that dude's turned his life around, and this is not true at all. Not true at all, but I do occasionally sing that song to remind myself that we are losing touch with the almighty source. Am I right? I might be right. I don't know if I'm right ever, but I'm right about that part at least. All right, so I got one more song. This song, it's called 420 in Cleveland. All right, it's bars. It's 4 minutes and 20 seconds of me talking bars, and I've been doing it on the road. I've been going on tour with this group called the Palmer Squares. If you don't know who the Palmer Squares is and you're watching this right now, you should look up the Palmer Squares. They're on tour with a rapper named Jarv right now. Both are great. Palmer Squares, Jarv, incredible rappers, probably better rappers than me. Let's be honest, but I'm still pretty good, and they're just amazing. So I've been on tour with Palmer Squares, and I've been solving a Rubik's Cube while I do this. This has kind of just been how I've been ending my live show, because I do know how to do a Rubik's Cube, and I know how to rap this song. So I can solve a Rubik's Cube in like 1 minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes. And this song, like I said, is 4 minutes and 20 seconds because that's funny. So I'm going to solve this Rubik's Cube right here 2 times throughout the course of this song. There's not much of an audience. I will admit that the adrenaline of the audience in front of me is maybe partly what gets me to solve it so quickly. So we'll see. Huh? You can scream. You can scream when it's appropriate to scream. You can scream at the big moments. So we're gonna hand it off to Savage. Let me get a little scramble. Let me get a little off-camera scramble right now. We're gonna scramble it up. I'm gonna solve this, and then I need you to hand it back to me, or I'm gonna hand it to you when I solve it, and then hand it back to me, and I'm gonna try to solve it twice. Yeah, it seems like pretty. Yeah, how do we look? We look good. I mean, you could if you. I mean, if you don't know how to do a Rubik's cube, you would look at it as like, yeah, I couldn't do that. So that's all. That's all we're shooting for. All right, let's do it, man. There we go. All right. Get a little bit up on the mic. Here we go. Half past a quarter-life crisis with no money, but I'm focusing on what's priceless. My whole team is busy working on their own dreams. Radio Shack, guess I'm left to my own devices. I swear I'm giving it my all to try to build the hype, but having trouble bragging about having a pretty normal life. Yeah, 2 jobs, I don't sleep enough. I quit drinking, now I worry that I eat too much. Yeah, I'm in my getting recognition era, but getting bigger doesn't always mean you doing better. I'm true as ever and tapping into a new awareness. The truth is, it'd be foolish for you to compare us. Rockford Peaches, I'm in a league of my own. High from the new perspective like I was flying a drone. Latitudinal growth, in other words, we getting widely known. I'm doing well, but probably never get to buy a home. Yeah, I don't claim to be my city's GOAT, although I suppose the ones who claim the throne already know. With no plan, we still see an exponential growth. We were scraping crumbs, now we getting bread, let's have a toast. Yeah, I've grown up a lot since 25 and never happier to be alive. I'm next in Cleveland, be advised, with no weed needed, they can't believe it how we be high. We the bee's knees and we buzzing like a beehive. Yeah, my team is made up of divine beings. The greater purpose in life is trying to find meaning. Let's take it easy on each other, everybody's healing. Toughen out instead of talking out all of our hurt feelings. I never got it what's so appealing about hating people. A world war isn't supposed to have a dang sequel. Every conflict's more complicated than good and evil. Yet despite the odds, I think human nature's being peaceful. Yeah, but you ain't popping if you an optimist. They either tear you down or leech off your accomplishments. Half the population works for a utopia, the other half is actively praying for the apocalypse. Socially awkward, so we gobbling Klonopin. We know the names of pop stars more than our congressmen. My generation operates as if we hostages, helplessly feeling trapped in being fed false promises. Yeah, but that's enough of politics. What's the use acknowledging something if you ain't stopping it? So back to talking slick and plotting ways to turn a profit. I'd rather get a bank deposit than a compliment. Blue-collar artist and conduit of a cosmic conscious, using God's gifts to make Instagram and TikTok content. Yeah, rock solid, you super soluble. I got a lot of fans, but that's cause I'm phenomenal. Always revealing punchlines like a popsicle. I'm the GOAT and only half focused like a monocle. The alchemist turning pencil lead into pots of gold. It's only right I'm going viral like the common cold. How many times do I gotta do the impossible before you understand following me isn't optional? I'm not just curious, I gotta know. For real, yo. Cause I'm working harder than ever in order to make my name pop. But no amount of fame that we attain can make the pain stop. My biggest takeaway from 32 years, you only grow from anguish like our tears are made of raindrops. The ones who change the world don't stay the same, we change a lot. Those who don't adapt are bound to wind up in a fatal spot. I'm on track to go the distance like I train hop. Betting I'm a tank's a big mistake like GameStop. Yeah, I'm past due, congratulations. My superpower's my overactive imagination. I've been underground laying down my foundation. Now I'm done with playing in basements, I need a stadium. I'm blowing up like my stage name is uranium. I'm finished playing like walking out a gymnasium. I tried to tame my ego, now there ain't no cage in him. I'm picking up the pace to gain my dreams instead of chasing them. You couldn't see my potential, now you gon' feel my greatness. Putting the team up on my back's the only real weightlift. If I don't make it, I'm terrified that my life was wasted. But you gotta be a little scared in order to act courageous. Make people smile like I'm giving people facelifts. I'm a master of my craft who's getting back to basics. The people's favorite dish, how long until I'm 86? I write pages and pages and pages and pages. Get your pen game up. I'm telling you, if you can't do what I do, you're not good enough, because I'm not even the best. Come on, y'all. Alright. Yeah, fuck yeah, we did. That was early. That was early as shit. I usually right down to the wire with that. StreamSpace is just a comfortable place, man, you know?
Check. Hey, StreamSpace. We got Tobyraps in the building.
Hell yeah, man.
My boy. Hey, for what y'all don't know, I've known this man for a long time.
Years. One of my longest friends.
I've probably known Toby longer than pretty much anybody that's ever been on StreamSpace.
Yeah, that's, very, very longest friend, I would say. One of my longest friends.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Pretty
man.
great, man. What time? What a time. Congratulations. This is sick.
Hey, we're growing. We're grinding.
We're growing. We got the wireless. That's how you know that you came up.
Got the wireless mic.
Once you make the wireless move.
Once
yeah.
you get to wireless, it's next
Yeah,
level.
and it's not like it's the craziest investment. Like if you've never bought a wireless mic, like it's it's an investment. It's not the craziest, but you definitely when you own a wireless mic, you like. I remember when I bought one like for my stage, I was like, oh yeah.
I mean, it definitely changes not having to drag a wire around.
Oh yeah, man.
You ever got the wire?
The space
wrapped
is
around?
yours, dude. Yeah, man.
Hey, man. First of all, let's just get straight to the point. You rapping and completing a Rubik's cube
Two times
in one song is pretty wild. Bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
It's
well,
pretty
like
wild,
once
bro.
Logic did it once, you got to find a way. Like it's been done. Logic did it on Shade 45, but I
Okay.
don't think he did it twice.
Twice in
I don't
one
think
song
he
is
did
crazy.
it twice. So
Twice is crazy.
you got to up the ante sometimes.
Now,
yeah.
how long have you known how to do a Rubik's cube?
I learned how to do Rubik's Cube when I was probably 28 or something like that. I lived in Los Angeles. I lived by myself. Well, I met friends there, but I moved out there by myself, and we were just sitting at home, me and my roommates. I had never done it before. We had one at the house, and I'm 32. I was 28 then. Anything that requires falling to learn how to do it,
Yeah.
I don't do anymore. Once I got off my parents' health care at 25,
Yeah.
skateboarding was no longer a thing
Oh,
I
we
was
ain't
going to learn to do.
skateboarding no more.
I'm saying
Oh, no.
nothing that requires falling to learn it.
Yeah, no.
Is no. So now I'm on to the juggling or the Rubik's cubes. Anything that's it just requires practice, but you
Yeah.
don't get physically hurt to have to learn that skill.
True.
So honestly, survey that was I lived my whole life thinking I could never solve a Rubik's cube, and then I finally you go on YouTube, you memorize the algorithms, you take a week out of your life, anyone can do that. And it was a huge revelation point in my life when I did that, because it kind of just it teaches you something
you really
okay,
unlock something.
if it's something that you previously thought was I could never be that guy, and suddenly it's I'm a guy who can do Rubik's cube, and you just you kind of just scale that up to anything you can imagine, anything that you thought you never could do. A little bit of practice, a little bit of devotion. It's a little hard work, and the world opens up.
That's crazy. You got some ammunition from the Rubik's cube.
Yeah, I got some wisdom, some sagely advice
Yeah.
from the Rubik's cube. Yeah.
So what's going through your mind while you're doing the Rubik's cube and rapping? Are you thinking more of the lyrics, or are the lyrics on autopilot, or is the Rubik's cube on autopilot?
The Rubik's cube is taking up most of my conscious mind, because while the algorithms are they're kind of automatic, there's certain positioning you have to get a color into a place.
Yeah.
And then you kind of boom, algorithm. But there is a conscious attention to solving a Rubik's cube. So the lyrics are more on autopilot than the Rubik's cubing. But now I'm starting to I've kind of had some reps in with this on some bigger stages. I went on tour with Tropodelic. We know Tropodelic, yeah. Went on tour with them, and I was doing at the end of their shows. They're touring around. They got big. It's 500 people, 800 people, whatever, in in any given city. Great. So that kind of now I'm starting to get more comfortable with it. I went on tour with Palmer Squares. I got some more reps in. So now I'm slowly starting to fuse being able to intentionally deliver the lyrics and do the Rubik's cube.
I don't think from the 4 songs that you did before this, and then that 5th song that you just did, I don't think your performance went down at all. I mean, the lyrics were still
They're
very
still there.
engaging.
Yeah, I think I'm really trying to now I'm starting
it's not
to
like you were
fuse
quiet and you were mumbling and you were still
we're
performing
clear.
Yeah,
I think I'm starting to lock that in. Yeah, the first few times, I mean, it was it's just there's a lot
crazy,
going on,
bro.
because then you're second guess, because then you're having third thoughts. So it's you're rapping and you're solving the Rubik's cube, so that's 2 conscious attention. But then there's the third, especially when you're not confident with what you're doing.
thinking about not fucking up.
You're holy shit, I hope I don't fuck up. I hope I don't fuck up. And then that's a very loud thought. So now,
how many different sections is your brain
dude,
split?
I'm telling
Yeah,
you, it's
no.
crazy. The brain, the human brain, man, and conscious attention is insane.
But also your potential is limit. I mean, it's almost limit. You can do whatever.
Man.
Some people think they can't rap, and then some people think it's just impossible to do a Rubik's cube, and you just did both.
They both.
That's
and
amazing.
I mean, I've been doing the rapping thing for longer than the Rubik's cube, but I mean, again,
Is there a third thing that you could do, rap,
I'm
Rubik's
wondering,
cube,
so
and
now I'm kind of trying to
skipping?
I'm trying to go into full vaudevillian for my stage show. I haven't perfected this yet. I'm gonna need to get one of those NSYNC or Backstreet Boys mics, right here to free up my hands. And I can juggle clubs, and now I'm gonna do the classic unicycle and juggle clubs. I'm gonna see if I can do that on a stage, which is gonna be tough, because it's not only riding a unicycle, but you're gonna have to just basically.
Can you do the unicycle and the Rubik's
I
Cube?
cannot do the Rubik. Well, that'd probably be easier too. Well, I don't know how to unicycle yet, so this is.
I thought you
all,
unicycle before.
I bought a unicycle.
I remember that.
I bought a unicycle, but it was like a cheap one. It was like a cheap one that I bought because it was cheap.
Yeah.
But like the seat, it doesn't like lock. So whenever it just kind of like
yeah.
doesn't stay locked, and
Yeah.
that's like pretty
That's-
detrimental for unicycles.
If you pull off the unicycle with the wrapping and the Rubik's Cube, you're just
Bro,
next
that's what I'm
level,
saying.
bro.
Go around the venue too. I don't even have to stay on the stage, really. I could just like, that's when I hop off the stage and just like unicycle through the crowd.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I can do like, I could Healy now. So I can do like
you did Healy?
obscure,
Yeah.
like wheeled performances.
You still
I
got some Heelys?
I got some Heelys still. They're
Okay.
like, but now I'm like 32. I got I don't know if the plantar fasciitis is hit for you at all. It's like, it's like tightness on your heels in like the morning. And the Heelys, if you wear Heelys at this point, if I wear Heelys for like even an hour and a half or something like for a set, I would wake up in the morning with like just shooting pain in my heels. So
They're not comfortable.
Yeah, so the Heelys they're not retired, but I don't bring out Heelys nearly as often as
So
I
you got to
did.
pay me a little more
You
for
got
the
to
Heelys.
You're gonna have to pay me some money.
You want
to
the
do
Heelys? That's
yeah.
an extra $100.
I did do this one. I wore them in this venue. I went on tour with Palmer Squares. Just got off tour with them, and we were in Des Moines, Iowa, and it was a beautiful room. I forget the name of it. I think it's like BXK or something like that. I should remember. I'm sorry if you see this and if you're from that venue. I'm sorry I didn't remember exactly, but it's great. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful venue.
Yeah.
And they got wood floors.
Okay.
And one of the rappers, Acumental, towards the end of their set, they have one song, and he just kind of like with the wireless just walks around the crowd and just kind of spitting.
Yeah.
And I saw him doing that. Had the Heelys on. I just latched onto the shoulders, so he's rapping people, and I'm just in tow, just
rolling behind him.
rolling behind him. It was pretty good.
That's what's up, though, man. Hey, man, this is a quick intermission. If you just now tuning in, this is Tobyraps.
What's up?
If you can't tell, the man is super talented.
By the way, I mean obviously the way I'm dressing it gives that away right away. Yeah.
I mean, you got the beehive.
I'm telling you, man.
Onesie.
Yeah, no, I wasn't being sarcastic. This is they don't just hand this shit out. You can't just pay for this.
I've seen you with some great outfits.
Thanks, man.
You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. What's going on with your music, man? I know you say you've been in the studio. I've seen you record a lot of different music over your years, But,
yeah, man. Longest time we were talking earlier. It's like because like I was telling him this set I'm just gonna do bars. And it's tough. Sometimes I feel weird doing bars because like largely my music is like, at least these days, the songs I'm writing are. It's like poppy, and it's like a borderline musical theater meets rap. Like they're just very theatrical songs. And you were like, but you been a bar spitter, bro.
I mean, when I met him,
I
was spitting.
I was spitting, and then I went into the songwriting. So these days, I have an album that is getting mixed right now, but like all the vocals are done. It's called Grow Up. I've been writing it for like 2 years with Chris Ticola, also our boy.
Shout out Chris.
Shout out Chris Ticola from Signal Flow Studios.
Yes.
So he produced the whole thing, and it's awesome. I mean, it's just like it's my baby. I've listened to it a lot now, and I just think I got something sick. It's just largely about, I mean, as we grow up, it's like I'm not living my life day to day or minute to minute. Like I've made responsibilities on my calendar and commitments that I have to like make. And as you get older, when we're young, we just try to like, we don't want to date anybody. We're just dating around. We don't want to like commit. It's just commitment is just like something largely, I think, in our youth that we kind of like push away from, especially like your 20s, because you're just finding yourself. You're trying to do everything at once. And as you get old, you're kind of funneling who you are, and you're like just fine tuning who you are. And you find out who you are a lot by what you decide to like keep doing and sacrifice for, or who you commit to. And that's just limits who you can become, but it also like strengthens who you are.
Yeah.
And so my album, it's called Grow Up, and that's like largely what it's about. So that's done, but now I got, so that's cool. But I'm also making trap songs.
Yeah.
With Jake Jekyll, also at Signal Flow Studios.
And who's the other? Was it a producer? Was it R2?
Oh, well, RC3.
RC3.
Yeah, he's a DJ in Cleveland. He's awesome. He's like a local DJ.
I gotta meet him.
He's great, man. He's a great graphic design dude too. If you ever need any work for graphic design, that dude is logos, whatever. That dude is.
I do need a logo.
He's
actually.
on it, bro. I
need something.
He's super good.
Okay.
So and he's done some shows on the road. He'll like DJ for me. But yeah, so I wanted so I made this little trap rap. It's called Tobyraps, a little trap rap EP. It's like 7 minutes long. It's 5 songs. They're all like a minute long.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing, just making those. And I wanted RC3 to be like my DJ drama.
Yeah.
Just like yell.
Shouting out shit.
I just want you to go on and just yell at the beginning of the songs. So yeah, I've been doing kind of splitting I've been splitting myself, which is probably not great from like a branding standpoint because it's not very. It's like I make something. It's borderline kids music. Like I don't really swear in my album at all, and then it's like I will also make trap rap music. And come on, it's like I do it all. Who else? Who you know that can do it all? Who you know who's a trap rapper who can make musical theater songs as well as me?
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. And vice versa.
Nobody.
Exactly. Nobody.
One thing that I love about your music that I also just noticed today is you've never shied away from like introspective songs, right? You've never shied away from songs that deal with things that's on your mind, that's on your heart, that's specific to your life, things going on in your life, But then on the other end of the spectrum, you'll have these, super fun, kind of, fictitious, just whatever songs too, right? I think that's great because you cover a wide range that people can relate to. Sometimes people want something that's just kind of fun, not too heavy, but then like you said, you have these songs like the one about prayer, and then just a lot of songs that you have that are very introspective that get to a deep topic, know. And I think that's a great aspect of your artistry.
I think it's important for any artist too. Just like I think the more that you make, the more that you start making songs, you're gonna like notice what's doing better. Like as you make songs, you're gonna know too. Any song you make, like what's doing better than others, and that can like obviously tempt you to like stay in one lane. But like, I mean, as far as like this art, like making music, creating, I mean, you're no stranger to this. You don't. I mean, it's a ceilingless, limitless thing. This creativity, and if you're just like limiting yourself to like one lane, you're only really expressing one part of yourself. And I think human beings, I mean, we're multifaceted creatures.
And you really look at your music as expression, right?
I think I'm especially because I'm not signed to a record label or anything. And I think if you're an independent artist, which I think a lot of us, are in the world, there's not as many signed artists as there are just like independent artists. And especially like having the tools of like just Instagram and like TikTok, you're your own promoter. Take advantage of that. Like really take advantage of the fact that nobody's telling you what you have to make. And like
if not to cut you off, but if you were on a record label, do you think they would frown upon, say for an example, your trap music?
I feel like they would get an opinion. Yeah, if they're paying me, I don't know what it's like to be on a record label. So but I imagine it's like
knowing your past body of works, and then you bring this trap record to the table.
I feel like they're gonna be like, we're not. What are you doing, man? Yeah, I just think like it's just they're paying me so they can have an opinion on my art. So I just like, which for the right price.
So what you're saying to artists is enjoy that free. Don't be so quick to try and go to a label. Enjoy the freedom.
Man, enjoy that freedom if you're allowed to have it. Like, and again, I'm not saying for the right price. If fucking if Interscope Records were to come with me with multi-million-dollar deal, I'm not gonna say I'm Dave Chappelle with the integrity to just walk away.
Turning shit down.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But while I have exactly the situation I'm in, I'm looking at the positives of just like I can make a trap rap record and I can make an amazing like raw, basically mental health record.
I think it shows your just your capacity of what you could do there.
That's what I'm kind of trying.
Instead of it being like, oh, he's all over the place, I think he's like
just pushing your limits.
This man can do whatever.
Exactly.
I can do whatever you need me to do.
Yeah, man. And I think by finding out, like, I mean, when you do things you didn't normally, it all boils back to the Rubik's Cube. Just when you decide to like take on an endeavor that you were like, that's not for me. Mm-hmm. And then you decide that you give it a shot. Even if you eventually decide, yeah, that's not for me, you have expanded who you are. I forget who it was. I think it was Elizabeth Gilbert who wrote Eat, Pray, Love, big personal hero of mine. She talks about just like the divine act of creating, and like the reason that you create anything is because you're a different person on the other side of making that thing than you were before you did that thing. Mm-hmm. And that is, profound, and you don't know the implications of what that will mean until you do it. So yeah, I think I encourage everybody, if you have any curiosity, even a vague one, follow it. Just try. It doesn't have to define your life.
Trying doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And you might find something that like you said, he didn't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. He say, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, exactly. Now look at him. I don't think I'm gonna.
You did 2 of those in less than
4 minutes. Yeah, and like there's another. Now there's other thresholds. I could be like one of those kids who looks at it and solves in 5. I don't think I want to be that. I don't want to have my life defined by the Rubik's Cube.
No.
But it's just adding little aspects of like you. I think just like as we get older,
you should get custom Tobyraps
Rubik's cubes.
to sell.
Dude, that'd be sick. Also, man, I've been doing like branding videos. I mean, I think you've probably seen a few of them. Like, yeah, I just like will do jingles. A lot of times, sometimes for companies like local businesses that have like will ask me to do a video and make them a song. But sometimes it's just like I like Healy's, for instance. I made a jingle for Healy's, or LaCroix sparkling water. Love LaCroix, and just for the sake of like seeing if I can get their attention, man, I get tag Ruby. Hey, hit up Ruby if you see this and you saw this whole thing, and especially
Oh
if
no,
you
I will
have
be
any-
tagged. That's a good.
Yeah,
I will be tagging Rubik's
Let's
Cube.
tag Rubik's Cube. Let's make
Everybody
it happen, folks.
tag Rubik's
yeah,
Cube.
let's have it.
Yeah.
Toby Cubes, y'all.
just like have a spin off of everything that you work on. It's
Exactly.
either Toby
Toby
Rap,
Toby
Toby Traps,
Toby Verbs.
Cubes,
Exactly.
Toby Healy's.
Toby today. Toby caters tonight.
Toby
Toby.
caters.
Yeah, I'm working at a catering gig
Toby
for my
caters.
buddy Ryan. Shout out to Ryan Boone, Chip the Dipper on Instagram. He does this thing called Secret Supper Club. It's tight.
Ooh.
Yeah, my buddy Jared also like kind of curates it, and my buddy
Jared
Ryan.
was at Heart of Gold, right?
No, Jared is he owns Crowbar.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has been running this thing called Secret Supper Club, where they have the like pick a location. This one is it's a church, kind of like near Chinatown, Asiatown, and it's beautiful. It's this like art collector's gallery, basically. He bought this church. His art collector bought this church, filled it with all his sculptures and paintings. It's like crazy. It's like gorgeous, and it's an old church. And my buddy Ryan is in the back making miracles happen. A small kitchen, and he's like, they do 5-course tasting dinners, and yeah, it's been cool to be a part of. I'm just like,
Fire.
it's fun, man. Yeah, it's cool. Cleveland's cool, dude.
No, hey, Cleveland is fire, man. Cleveland has so
you gotta know where to look,
you gotta know where to look.
but you gotta talk to people, you know.
Well, if you could work with any artist and do a collab tomorrow with any artist,
I mean, Lil Dicky.
Lil
I
Dicky?
mean, if we're shooting for, there's plenty of people that I like, that I admire, that I'm like also have met. You know, I'm like within a scene. There's like plenty of my peers that I admire that I think I want to work towards.
Have you
I want to
met
work. Never met Lil Dicky. That's what I'm saying.
have
Like
you gotten close?
never even close.
No,
Never
close.
even like at all close. Yeah.
He hasn't. Yeah, have you tagged him at all?
I've like hit him up on. You know what I did? I mean, I've hit him up like just in vain,
Just shooting a
DM'd
shot,
him. I
yeah.
think I've tagged him in a couple things. You know what I did? I'd say I messaged Little Dicky. Also, I don't know why now that I'm 30, since I crossed 30, I don't refer to rappers as Lil. I say Little.
Little.
And I don't know if that's me getting older. Little Dicky. But I messaged him because on his first album, it's called Professional Rapper.
Yeah.
He has this song Truman at the end, where he has like this dope song and he's long, just talking, ranting outro.
Okay.
And he says, I just want to get big enough to where I could sell TMZ pictures of my actual asshole. And I messaged Lil Dicky. I DM'd him like, hey man, it was like after he put out Dave on TNT or whatever, and I was, or FX, and I was
FX,
like, I was like, hey man, don't know you. I'm also a rapper. Just like, you're probably famous enough from when you mentioned
You could do
You
that.
could probably do that. I just wanted to know, like, follow up. Did
Just
you
encourage
ever?
him a little
yeah,
bit.
at least, or did you ever? I just want to know.
He's probably like that's a little weird.
yeah, exactly. So
there got to be a way, man. I mean, the universe could line that up eventually. Man.
yeah, we're getting bigger. I mean, the best
been
way
grinding,
is,
though,
the
man.
best way is get bigger, and we're slowly getting bigger.
How long has your rap career been now, or just music career?
I mean, I started my first like mixtape I made with my brother when I was in high school was 2011, if that counts. But I met Chris Ticola in like probably 2012, 2013, which is like, and then we met you probably 2014 or something like that. So yeah, it's been over a decade for
But
sure.
you've been grinding, bro. Like, to give you your flowers, you've been grinding, bro. I've never seen you not grinding or not working.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You've been hustling, you've been grinding, you've never shied away from, obviously you still have your day job, you still have a job, you still, you're still a regular, it's not like you're a super celebrity living in a mansion, but like,
We're doing it. I make
but you-
part of my money off
but you
music,
grind,
though.
bro.
Yeah.
You put in the work. You
I'll say that
definitely
probably
put in the
has-
work.
I mean, I don't know. It has like everything to do with it. Part of it is just inevitably landing on something through trial and error. But I started dating my girlfriend, dude. Shout out to my girlfriend Ellie, y'all. Shout out to Ellie. Shout out to Ellie, y'all. Because I mean, typically in my life, the way it's worked with girls, this is no disrespect to my exes. We had great, it was fine. But I would like date a girl, and I'd be like, I would put music on the back burner. Not like I wouldn't write songs, but I mean, I wouldn't really be like daily.
Focused.
I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
That's where I would kind of lose my identity of a rapper and be more boyfriend or like, you know.
Yeah.
And I met this girl. I've been with her for 2 years, bro, and I have made music the whole time. And like the largest leaps in my musical career are with when I've been like within this relationship, and I attribute at least a part of it for that, just because.
Shout out to women that don't
Shout
hold
out
you
to
back,
women
man.
that don't hold you back and hold you down. That she's just like support. She's come on tour with me a couple
Hold
times.
your man down.
I'm telling
Don't
you,
hold him back.
She's like come on tour a couple times with me, and we call her DJ girlfriend. And she like dresses up all cute. She does not DJ either. We just have my laptop, but we got like a road case.
She's just standing there.
And she just stands there and she's just doing it, and she's just like she's my tour manager and stuff. You know, we'll just kind of basically have a paid vacation. So yeah, man, she's just like
shout out to Music Love, baby.
Shout out to Music Love, man. So. It's cool, man.
What's coming up, man? The summer's around the corner.
So we got the album. The album is, I don't know when. I mean, I'm getting the mixes right now as you're seeing this. So, I mean, the goal is August, but I love this album. Like, I would prefer not to, like.
You're not rushing it.
I don't want to, like, ruin the drop, you know? So we'll see. But that's, like, the most thing. And then, till then, I'm, like, you know, making trap songs. I'm playing shows.
I'm going to send you a pack next week. I got a couple things.
Yeah, let me get some
I got a
beats,
couple
man.
things. I got some things.
Yeah, I guess if you're seeing this right now, as far as shows, I'm playing this coming Thursday, which is May 8th. I'm playing at Mr. Smalls. Well, it's the Fun House, the small room, Mr. Smalls in Pittsburgh. Did you ever play there?
Maybe.
Have you heard of it? It's like an old. It's an old church as well. Speaking of old church,
so.
dude, it's like
I don't think I've
legendary.
been to that one.
I'm super excited. I'm playing this band called
Pittsburgh has some good venues.
Pittsburgh is awesome, and yeah, I'm playing with this band called the Quasi Kings. They're awesome. They're
I definitely know Quasi Kings. Yeah.
So I'm opening for them. Then I'm playing in Somerville, Massachusetts. I'm playing a little Porch Fest. That's
nice.
Like May 9th, 10th, and then I'm playing in New York. I mean, I'm just listening. You know,
I told you,
May
this man
17th. May 17th, I'm playing. It's called the May We Begin Fest. This guy
Nice.
named James. He has like a tree farm in like kind of like Upper New York, and he's just got. It's like a tree farm / music venue. He's trying to build. He's kind of trying to. It's like Nelson Ledges, but from scratch.
Okay.
Like, you know,
but
it's
he's
not
really
there yet,
growing it.
but he's growing it. I
I'm
played
weak.
like the last 3 years, and it keeps getting bigger.
Nice.
So that's May 17th, and then I'm playing Spring Badfish at Nelson Ledges.
Yep.
So yeah, that's May.
Hey, if you don't know nothing else about this man is gonna work.
I'm booked.
He's a worker.
But
he was at the studio this morning. He was at the studio at 9 a.m.
And I worked that catering gig last night, Secret Supper Club.
And he back working tonight.
And we're back working tonight.
And he blessed StreamSpace to stop by.
You know, because it's worth it. Because you're building something organic, man.
We trying,
like,
man.
I think it's sick what you're doing. This is like, I mean, especially with the come up with the wireless, man. I mean, yeah,
Hey.
the come up is huge, dude.
Shout
and I
out
think
the wireless.
it's more of a, especially because we're not in New York City where like you just like. The walking trail, you just run into everybody who lives. It's a spread out, sprawling. We all have our houses. We drive in cars to places. Places that like strive to offer like an area of community
Opportunities.
Yeah, even if it's just like I meet a rapper out there, and be like, "Oh, you did stream? I did StreamSpace." It's like then we know we have you, and this is
it's getting that way.
like,
a lot of people's been. Hey man, we do about 100 shows a year. You know, artist shows, not including podcast events. Like these artist shows, like what we're doing right now, we do about 100 a year, 80 to 100 per year, and this is our third year. So
I mean, it's just
there's
only
been a lot of artists
you're
down here, man.
and they're just freaking cross bringing people together, man.
But artists are also collaborating outside of here. Like, yo, I seen you on StreamSpace.
That's what I'm saying. That's awesome.
So
man.
that's fire.
That's what you
want.
want.
That means more to me versus me having a bunch of people down here. Like when I find out that artists that have been on StreamSpace collab outside.
That's awesome.
You know, promote each other and push each other and make new records together. Like I tell people, I did a show. I went out to Utah with a friend of mine to play drums. But when I was out there, I said I want to do a StreamSpace, right? So I found a group out there, and I did the show, and then I came back here to Cleveland, came back home, and 2 weeks later I had a StreamSpace with another artist.
Wow.
And he was like, "Yo, by the way, I saw that shows you did with Utah with those boys. I actually hit them up. We got a record coming out."
Let's go,
Like, what the
man.
fuck?
That's it. That's awesome,
That
man.
made
That's
me feel
beautiful.
so good, right? Because that's what it's all about.
That's what I was all about. And I mean, you know, I was talking about it rantingly in my performance, but yeah, I mean, the as we move on into the future, we're more in our phones, and we've never felt. Ironically, we're more connected, but more disconnected than ever. So. Like, I think these spaces where you can be a person who creates a place of connection, a thing that connects people.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, I encourage anyone, if you have an idea of anything, even fucking like, just like gather with coworkers or something at a coffee shop. I don't know what the hell it is, but like play more things where people go to meet people because they're not doing it online.
Online seems like that's the place, but it's never going to be better.
I mean,
than
even if it's online based, that's cool. You get it, but yeah, it's like more things where people get in rooms, or at least like can intertwine through each other and have an excuse to just like be like, yo, I know you oh, you know my dude. Just like more things that like give us like, I don't know, like something in common.
But I noticed that a lot when I watch these interviews from artists in other cities like Atlanta and LA and New York. They were like, yeah, so-and-so. I remember when he was sleeping on our couch and he was coming around and now he's big. And I remember when he used to come around because he was selling people weed and he was just, now he's big, you know?
Yeah,
so
man.
like Cleveland needs those spaces where everybody kind of comes by,
Exactly,
people, you know,
man.
and then we can all kind of uplift each other.
That's awesome.
Uplift
man.
the city.
That's awesome, bro.
Hey, enough for the rant. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Tobyraps. You already know what it is. What's your IG?
Tobyraps. It's wait, can we? I don't know. I'm gonna hold on. Can you hold this?
Yeah,
one?
I got you. A little bit closer. A little bit. Yep. There we. That's hard. Toby. And it's crazy how that fit with just the right
Dude,
amount
I mean,
of
yeah,
fingers.
when I found out it was 8 letters, I was like, I'm getting that now. Not much thought was gone into it once I realized how yeah.
That's fire. That's
But
fire.
yeah, shout out to StreamSpace, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you already know, man. One last question. Are you still making people smile?
Every day. I hope, well, you know, except for people that don't like me. I'm sorry about that. But, you know, I'd say it's the it's the goal. Largely, I'm always trying to at least make people feel a little better in the space they inhabit.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all, tap in. Follow Toby ASAP. He has music on the way. While you're waiting for that to come out, he already has music that's out. Tap in. He has some shows coming up. If you can catch him live, catch him. If not, buy a Rubik's Cube. It's going to make him happy. Buy a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, and tell Rubik's that you bought it because of me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we going to work on that Rubik's endorsement with my guy. I mean, it's going to be something. It's going to be Rubik's. It's going to be Healy's. We're going to get you something.
Yeah, we'll do the follow-up back here.
You already
yeah.
got the LaCroix, though, right? Did
Well,
you
it
tap
wasn't
in with
really
them?
like a sponsorship, but they sent me like a pallet of LaCroix,
I
like
remember
free
you said
LaCroix.
it. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was crazy.
Hey, y'all, this has been a lovely time. Shout out Toby once again. Shout out all the shout out Signal Flow, all them guys over there, because that's family too. And tap in, y'all. You already know what it is. Stay tuned. We got another stream later today at 5 o'clock. The beat auction is live.
Stays busy.
The beat auction. It's a new thing we got going on. I got 2 producers coming through. They each got 10 beats, and we're going to play the beats live.
That's
and
the
then
beat. You're auctioning beat.
artists can tap in and bid live on the beats.
Wow.
Because I'm trying to get people away from YouTube beats and really tap in with
With
artists,
the peop-
artists
Man,
and producers
that's
in
what
the
I'm
city.
talking. You're killing it. You're
Come
killing
on,
it,
man.
bro. You're
Come
killing
on, man.
it,
You
man.
heard it here first.
All right.
Hey, this is StreamSpace.
Thanks,
Peace.
guys.